Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. You're now tuned in for a new episode of Sickles Sketches. I'd like to start off by saying Happy Memorial Day. It's a joyous time that we remember those who served our country, who is no longer with us. We pay homage to those who've given their lives just for us to be able to enjoy the liberations that we have to this day. So it's a moment of silence for them. I also wanted to allude to as well, it kind of goes into some of the ones that we have today. Of course, we're a few months away from Veterans Day. However, it should be said, and with this still being Mental Awareness Month, this kind of bothered me personally. So you got so many people, everybody got their own vices and everything. So maybe they smoke cigarettes, or they smoke weed, or they drink alcohol, or they do harder drugs, or whatever. And yeah, you have that person where if they care, they're like, you should stop doing that. It's causing all this problem to your health, or you should stop doing this, that, and the third. But do you ever stop to think of how they got to that point? Why they got to that point? If you got time to stop and tell them how bad this or that is, you got time to ask them how they got to that point or why they got to that point. Because nobody want to just keep on hearing that's bad for you, that's bad for you. Well, of course they know it's bad for them, but there's a reason why they're doing that. There's a logic to doing that. I mean, and it's more than just a choice, even though it is. It is a choice, but why are they choosing that kind of source of happiness when it's just running them in a circle? Perhaps you're going through something. Perhaps they're remembering something that happened, or a certain situation reminds them of that, and they're making the choice to do that. I'm not taking up for those who steal or rob just to get by with their vices of choice, or who manipulate and lie just to get their vices of choice. I'm just talking in general. There's a reason that they got to that point. I was just watching this video not too long ago where this lady lost her kids in a DUI accident. She was walking her kids. It was a night, and this 65-year-old dude ended up crashing into them, killed the child. She had 2 kids, so one of them is still alive, but she killed the youngest. For a long time, she was really bitter at this dude, because even after the police told him, hey, you just killed a child, he was just like, can I go home and feed my dogs? The fuck? But it took her a long time to get over that, especially because the dude ended up serving about 12 years, but he ended up dying in prison 5 days after his sentencing in the cell alone. Like I said, he was up there in age, but that's kind of detrimental to your health when you're going down that road. You already kind of have a foot in the grave, and then here you go drinking yourself to death. It's not really the way, at least I would like to go out. The whole point of that, for me telling that story, was that you can forgive somebody's brokenness without forgiving their selfishness. I thought that spoke volumes. I'm sure we know a lot of different people in our lives who have been broken by a lot of different things where they seem to go through this cycle of brokenness. They're lying all the time. They don't even have to be on any kind of drugs or anything. They're just lying all the time. They're spreading rumors. Maybe you find them covert or overt narcissistic, whatever it has you. You can forgive them for their brokenness. It's kind of a sector of forgive but don't forget, where you forgive them in the sense of that's for your well-being, but you don't forget what they did in terms of it's a learning lesson. The best way to go through experiences is you carry the history without the emotion, which of course that's easier said than done. Anytime you think about anything that you felt wronged about, it's gonna always piss you off. Every time. It's gonna irritate you, it's gonna make you mad, it's gonna make you sad, whatever. It's always gonna do that, you know, but it's always about how you handle it. So with that being said, yeah, these same people who may be experiencing all of these mental ailments or really bad mental health, that maybe they're seeking these particular vices as a way to cope. So yeah, they're making the choice to do those things, but sometimes it's because what happened to them wasn't their choice, i.e. childhood traumas, or a death happening in their family, a significant death, be it as it may, a homicide, suicide, whatever have you, that was out of their control. So maybe what they're healing from, so maybe what they're doing is their choice, but what happened to them not necessarily wasn't their choice. I'm gonna say it again, you know, what they're doing to themselves is a choice, but what happened to them may not have been. Anyway, what I like to do draw today, this time I had to go with my boy Spider-Man. Huge fan of Spider-Man. I felt like we got a lot in common. But I went with the Miles Morales illustration. I thought he was dope, especially in the Spideyverse. And honestly, I would like to see more of him in the Spideyverse, or not even just the Spideyverse. I'd like to see more of him in general, so we can really get to know this variation. Without diving too much into race here, we don't really see too many prominent African American superheroes. I mean, we just really got Luke Cage and Black Panther. You know, we gotta wait a few years before we see the next Black Panther movie. The Luke Cage series got halted. I was just thinking, you know, some more diversity, which in general I like how there's so much more diversity amongst heroes now, where you're entering into the LGBT community with heroes, you're entering more into female heroes, you're entering more into different races of heroes. We need that diversity because everybody doesn't define themselves or identify with that one set race, whatever it is, you know, need variations. So without further ado, I like to get into it. What I'm going to be playing today is just a few instrumentals turning into songs. So if you like what you see, hit the like and subscribe button. Without further ado, make this thing grow and keep going, and thank you for checking me out.
Mister Sickles. Mister Sickles. Mister Sickles. Mister Sickles. Mister Sickles.